Today, the Supreme Court heard arguments in a case that could have major impact on women's health care, Medicaid, and a patient's right to choose their doctor. The case dates back to a 2018 South Carolina decision that stripped state funding from Planned Parenthood because it provides abortion services. Joining me now is NBC Lawrence Hurley and Mary Ziegler, a University of California Davis law professor and the author of the upcoming book, Personhood: The New Civil War Over Reproduction. Good to have both of you. Lawrence, what stood out to you in today's arguments?
Well, I think it was clear from the oral arguments that some of the conservative justices were quite sympathetic to the state's argument that they not only should they be able to kick Planned Parenthood out of Medicaid, but that individual patients don't have a right to sue in court to get the healthcare provider of their choosing, which in this case is a patient who wants to have Planned Parenthood as their provider. And these justices are kind of saying that the statute in question is not clear in allowing a private right of action for people to sue in court. And in the same argument, the liberal justices were pushing back on that, and also a couple of the conservative justices too. So it's not really clear how the court is going to rule right now. But the liberal justices were making the point that if states can arbitrarily kick healthcare providers out of Medicaid for arbitrary reasons, there's no reason why they couldn't do it for other reasons. So in this case, it was abortion, but maybe they could kick off healthcare providers for things like they provide gender transition care or even contraceptive care. So these are all the issues that were discussed in the oral argument, and a ruling will come by the end of June.
So, Mary, Planned Parenthood, as I understand it, treated more than 2 million patients from 2022 to 2023. And a lot of the stuff they do has absolutely nothing, obviously, right, to do with abortion. It's testing and treatment, cancer screenings and prevention. Federal law already prohibits Medicaid money from covering abortion. So what recourse would a Medicaid patient have if Planned Parenthood is where they get their regular health care and now they can't?
Very little, right? And I think one of the things to be clear about is that if the Supreme Court sides with South Carolina in this case, that will have the most impact on local Planned Parenthood affiliates. This will not be defunding Planned Parenthood's political and legal activities in the same way because of the way Planned Parenthood's funding is structured. And the impacts will be felt, I think, in communities that already have a lack of access to primary healthcare, and more particularly to obstetric and gynecological care. So there won't be a lot of recourse if the Supreme Court rules the way that South Carolina would like them to.
Look, groups that want abortion outlawed have long wanted Planned Parenthood to go away altogether, right? Is this case a small piece of that larger goal?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this effort to defund Planned Parenthood goes back at least until the early 1980s. It accelerated with moves made by former President Mike Pence during his time in Congress. And it'll continue really regardless of what happens in this case. There's adjacent litigation about whether Planned Parenthood is a qualified provider under Medicaid that we expect will continue regardless of what happens in this case. There are efforts to cut Planned Parenthood's Title X funding we've already seen unfold in the Trump administration. So this attack on Planned Parenthood will continue, and this is just really one piece of a much bigger puzzle.
So, Mary, what was your take on what you heard of the Supreme Court arguments today?
I too thought it was hard to get a read. I mean, I think the justices were watching in this case. Justices Barrett, Chief Justice Roberts, and Justice Kavanaugh seemed to have difficult questions for parties on both sides. They didn't seem to really clearly be showing which way they were leaning. Again, I think it's important not to read too much into it. Even if Planned Parenthood kind of ekes out a win in this case, it's likely not the last we'll see of efforts to kick them out of Medicaid in states like South Carolina, much less this kind of broader campaign to defund Planned Parenthood.
Mary Ziegler, Lawrence Hurley, thank you both. We'll keep our eye on this case.